I'm Ed Parrish. I'm the HR Director for Walmart Transportation.
Hi, I'm Mark Rousseau. I'm Director of Field Operations for Frito-Lay, which is part of PepsiCo. I'm also Vice Chairman of the Board of Women in Trucking.
Hello, my name is Lee Foxall. I am the Director of Freight Matching at Internet Truck Stop and the Chairwoman for Women in Trucking.
Been involved with Women in Trucking for about 6 years, and actually Frito-Lay was the first gold partner.
For the last 6 years, Women in Trucking has grown to be an extraordinary association.
PepsiCo and Frito-Lay are committed to diversity. Women in Trucking's got a great agenda.
It's amazing the people that we've met, the women that are over-the-road drivers that have been true pioneers in this industry, putting their lives on hold to move freight up and down America's highways.
My name is Sandra Ambrose Clark, and I'm the owner of ESJ Carrier Corporation, without a doubt warehouse and logistics, and without a doubt truck repair.
Well, my name is Stephanie Klang, and I've been a member of Women in Trucking for 3 years.
I've been a member of Women in Trucking for 2 years now, and a corporate member for a year. I love helping other women.
Women are patient and they have incredible attention to detail.
And that's what Women in Trucking means to me. It's a forum, it's a place to go where other women understand and they know exactly what you're going through and where you've been and where you can go.
We can do this job completely and do a good job and still remain feminine.
We just think it's very important that women become a bigger part of the transportation business overall, like they have in many other fields. But frankly, it's lagging in transportation, so we want to be a part of trying to get more balance in the transportation industry.
It's always a pleasure to have this event here at Mid-America Truck Show and have an opportunity to talk to these women and hear their stories.
Here we are now, 4 years in the making with the Women Behind the Wheel event, and it has just grown tremendously, and we're just so very glad to be a part of helping in that growth.
All right, welcome. Welcome to our 4th annual Salute to the Women Behind the Wheel. All right, I'm Ellen Voya. I'm the President and CEO of the Women in Trucking Association. We are 6 years old, so this has been going on 4 years of our 6. So, first of all, if everyone is seated, I think we're gonna, how many of you are members of Women in Trucking Association? Raise your hand. All right, that's awesome. Those of you who didn't raise your hand, we will see you in the back afterwards. All right, first thing I want to do is, this could not be possible without the support of our event sponsors. So I want you to, I'm going to read the list of event sponsors and you can hold your applause to the end, but our gold level event sponsor is Walmart. And then our silver level event sponsors are Conway, Frito-Lay, Volvo Trucks. Our bronze level event sponsors are FedEx Freight, Hyundai Translead, Rand McNally, Republic Services, Ryder System Inc., and Waste Management. Our copper level event sponsors are Aero Truck Sales, who brought Jennifer, Joe Cobb, our NASCAR driver, J.J. Keller and Associates, Pitt, Ohio, Travel Centers of America, Petrol Stopping Centers, Trucker Charity, Inc., UPS Freight, and U.S. Express. And our nickel event sponsors are AirTab, Rennie Transportation, Inc., Rennie Specialized, Inc., and JB Hunt. Those are our sponsors for this event. Ed. I'm going to invite Ed Parrish up here from Walmart to just give tell you a little bit about why they support this event. He's our gold level partner, sponsor.
Good morning. I think it's still morning. It's fantastic being here with you today. And you know, Ellen says that I believe they started 6 years ago. and it was about 5 years ago at this event where I saw Ellen out in her booth. That's always, busy and working, at a very hectic and fast pace. And I was trying to get her attention just to try to find out what this event was all about. And when I finally got her attention, she told me, and since that time we've been partners, and we just love the mission, we love the vision that she has, and I know she has a strong board that's working with us all for you. And that's why we're here, because we're doing this for you. And let me tell you how we're supporting it. Not just from a financial standpoint, as she mentioned, but more than that, we have a contingent of about 13 to 14 female drivers, women drivers here today. So if they would stand up, and where are our drivers? So we are supporting it by asking our drivers to attend this event, to understand what the mission is of women in trucking. They can go back and they can spread the word. So we're just so glad to be a sponsor and supporting you, and you guys just have the rest of the weekend. Have a good weekend. Thanks.
All right, now I want to introduce a few important people. These are my bosses, the board of directors. I'm going to have them stand. Lee Foxall, she's our chairwoman of the board. She's with Internet Truck Stop. Mark Rousseau is our vice chair. We do have men on our board. He's with Frito-Lay. Jeff Hammonds is our board member from Walmart. Chris Burris is from Truckload Carriers Association. Linda Caffey, where's Linda? Linda, there, she's back there. Linda and her husband are owner-operators with FedEx Custom Critical, and our bylaws require us to have a driver on the board of directors, and Linda is she represents you on moving our mission forward. Mary Clark Brown from C.H. Robinson, Phyllis Cochran, Brandy Fuller from Great Dane Trailers, Jan Hamlin from J.J. Keller & Associates, Andrea Raber from Bendix, and Laura Roan from Hyundai Translead. And now some also very, very important people who this event couldn't happen without the volunteers. Where's Shar? If you all know Shar. Shar is my assistant. Shar does all the work and then I take all the credit. That's our agreement. Is she back there? She's in. Oh, there she is. I'm sorry. I thought they were pointing to the back. There's Shar. And Susan Kynes. Susan is our taskmaster here. Jerry Graff. Jerry's in back. He's going to be taking more photos all day. Dick Pingle's in the back. He's the other half of the Shar Pingle, Dick Pingle team. And Christine Sandel, who you met at the foundation table. So those are the volunteers who did all the work. There's one more set of people that I need to thank. Women in Trucking is supported by your dues. We're a nonprofit association. But some companies step up and take an extra investment, make an extra investment in women in trucking, and that's our gold and silver level partners. So by partner, it means it's a year-long commitment, and so our gold level partners are, and I would like you to clap for them. Frito-Lay is a gold level partner. Walmart Transportation. Bendix. Great Dane Trailers, Hyundai Translead, Daimler Truck Freightliner, and a silver level partner is C.H. Robinson. So now, before I introduce our speaker, I just want to tell you a little bit, for those of you who didn't raise your hand when I asked you if you were a member, I just want to tell you why we would like you to be a member. Our mission is on our banner up here, but just to reiterate, it's to encourage the employment of women in the trucking industry, promote their accomplishments, which is what we're doing here today, and try to address the obstacles that you might face, both out on the road and in the office. We represent women in all levels of the trucking industry. I like to say the women who design the trucks, sell the trucks, buy the trucks, drive the trucks, fix the trucks. So it's all women in the trucking industry. But we're not just for women. 16% of our members are men. Now, why would men join an organization called Women in Trucking? It's because everything we do helps men as well as women. It's just that we take a little bit different set of priorities, like safety and security and harassment and things like that. So we prioritize different. But when we go to the truck stops and talk to them about your needs, or we go to the manufacturers and talk to them about your needs, it includes men as well. So we are not exclusive. So the board of directors recently met, and we had a strategic planning session, and we defined our purpose as this: to improve the balance of women in the trucking industry, to harness untapped potential. Think about that. Think about excluding a whole group of people who have a lot of potential to add to this industry. So our objectives are to ensure that we have the influence and recognition to further our mission, to become a resource for the industry, to find knowledge and talent and address gender-based issues, and to grow in membership, and basically to increase the percentage of women in this industry. So how are we going to do that, and how have we done that? Because you need to know how your dues are used. Although I'm not a professional driver, I do have my CDL, and I've spent 33 years in this industry. But I am a certified association executive, which means I run the association. But that means that I represent you, and I need your feedback. When we go to Washington and we talk to elected officials and regulators, I'm representing you, especially on driver issues. So when we ask you to give us your input, we ask for surveys, things like that, it's really important that you give us that so that I can go back to them and say, this is what our drivers are telling us. So since we represent both drivers and carriers, we refrain from any lobbying things that might separate drivers from carriers. So we don't get into hours of service or EOBRs. You've got other groups that address those issues, but we really address things that affect women. So we've developed a level of trust with our regulators, and we have become a resource. So I just want to tell you a couple of things that we've done, and we couldn't have done them without you. We've had the opportunity to sit and visit with Secretary LaHood on a one-on-one basis, and because of that, we've started some roundtable discussions with the DOT. In about a week, I'll be going to the White House to talk to them about best practices in the industry and how women in the trucking industry, things that we're doing so that women in other transportation-related careers can learn from us and we can learn from them. We've participated in the National Transportation Safety Board forums, Drug Testing Advisory Board hearing. The one thing that we have supported is the option to use hair follicle testing for pre-employment, because you told us that you'd rather give a hair sample than a urine sample, so we heard. We've met with the Vice President in the Vice President's office in the Department of Justice to talk about harassment against women. And we've participated in a panel with the Department of Education, Department of Labor, and Department of Transportation to have the Department of Education teach our middle and high schoolers what skills are needed in transportation-related careers, because we need to get into the middle and high school and tell them about great careers in this industry. And then we had a board member who was there at the signing of the transportation bill at the White House with the president. And we did receive an award from the White House for being a Transportation Innovator Champion of Change. So I'm really proud. That's all in the last year. So I just want you to know that it's important that we represent you, you support us, we want to listen to you. That's what we're here for. So thank you for being a member. Thank you for sharing your challenges with us. And with that, I would like to introduce our speaker. All right, let me get her bio out. Sandra Ambrose Clark she owns ESJ Carrier Corporation based in Fairfield, Ohio. She spent 27 years in the trucking industry, including brokering, trucking, warehousing, and her newest endeavor, I like it, Without a Doubt, Truck and Trailer Repair. I like that name, Without a Doubt. Established in 2007. You're in the Cincinnati area, right? Yeah. And she was a finalist in Cincinnati and one of the best places to work in 2011. She was also a finalist for our Influential Woman in Trucking Award, and she's a dynamic person, and you need to stop at her facility in Cincinnati. Come on up.
You all are awesome. I wanted to just say that I don't know if you had the opportunity, but I got a picture with Jennifer today. And I love it. So you're probably wondering why I'm speaking today. And I just want to let you know, so am I. I really wonder when there's people like Jennifer and people like yourselves out here. I just met Kithy and Laureen, and what an awesome story that they have. And I'm going to share with you today a little bit about my story and how I got started in the transportation industry and what we do every day for women drivers, and I love it. So I am the first largest independent 8-bay garage, diesel garage in Cincinnati, Ohio. And we want you to park in our lot. We have created a safe haven for you. If you come to Cincinnati and you are on the north side of Cincinnati in Fairfield, Ohio, we want you to come to our garage. We want you to park. There's food for you. There is a stove. There is a shower. There is a room for you to relax. There's a room upstairs for you to relax and take a break if you would like, and be away from people if you want to. If you want to be with people, there's a large room for you. Every Friday, we did it last year every Friday, but now we're doing it once a month. On second Friday of the month, we have a free lunch for you, and we invite all the community and everyone who's there to come and share lunch with us, and we'd love for you to come to our place and share that time. So. But I would like to welcome you, and I'd like to just share my story. My father started the company 27 years ago. He started in 1986, but I was my dad's absolute best friend. I loved him. He was incredible. So when I hear stories like you, Laureen and Kithy, it tears me up. But when I was a little girl, my dad was the transportation manager for Hoover Ball and Bearing. And he would come home all the time, and he would empty his pockets, and he would throw balls and bearings down on the floor, and I'd run after him. I had to grab every ball and bearing. And I would ask him, Dad, what do you do? What do you do? And he'd say, come on, let's go to work. We lived in a small town called Cadiz, Kentucky. And so he'd take me to work with him, and he'd be dispatching drivers all day. So naturally, I just picked up the phone and I started dispatching drivers. It came natural. Hi, how you doing? This is Sandy. One thing that I am not, that we have found out, I am not this. They put it on my chair, and I thought they wanted me to calm down a little bit. But my dad would have me come to work, and it was awesome. He'd pick me up after school every day, and I went to work with him, and I loved it. I loved dispatching. I have diesel in my veins. I learned that last week in Las Vegas. I have diesel in my veins. So my dad ended up getting a job in Lexington, Kentucky when I was a senior in high school. And so being that I was Daddy's girl, I wanted to go to Lexington and follow him. So he started working in Lexington. I ended up getting a job for National Linen and working for them for a while. But then I decided I wanted to do what I loved doing, which was sales and marketing. So I started my own sales and marketing company. My father ended up moving to Cincinnati, Ohio. He got a job there in Cincinnati, and he had a heart attack. And after the heart attack, he just couldn't function as well as he would like to. So I asked him, I said, Dad, you've always had a dream of being a transportation broker. Why don't you come in my office, and why don't you start a transportation brokerage firm? And he said, that's a great idea. I think I'll do that. So his office was right next to mine, and it was like being a kid again. We were dispatching drivers, and it was great. And he wanted to go from Cincinnati to the West Coast, and from the West Coast back, we were hiring owner-operators. We were having a great time. A year, almost to the day after he started, my best friend in the world had a heart attack, passed away. It was a challenging time for me. But I knew I didn't want his business to fail. I knew I didn't want his business to stop. So my mom came in and I came in and we actively started running the business. What ended up happening was, as you know, the market in 1996, when the truck crunch happened, we actively got into trucking and started ESJ Carrier Corporation. And I loved trucking. It was awesome. In 2009, as the market collapsed, we had our challenging times. And so what ended up happening, and well, after we started ESJ Carrier Corporation, though, I should share a story with you that gave the birth of Without a Doubt Truck Repair. We had our own trucks. We would have them fixed. So there was a repair garage in Cincinnati, and every time I would come in, it was sort of interesting the way that we were treated. Not quite, woman in trucking, a little bit different. Well, one day I walked in, and we were spending about $500,000 with him, having him fix our trucks. One day I walked in, and he had had a couple of my trucks for several days, and I said, I can't make any money when my trucks are here. My drivers can't work. I need your help to get my trucks fixed. He yells across the garage, "The woman who doesn't know anything about trucking is here, wanting to know about her trucks. Does anybody know anything about her trucks?" Well, because I am reserved, I turned around and I walked up to him and I said, "You just never know when the woman who doesn't know anything about trucking will start a competitive garage. You just never know." Just saying, just saying. Oh. So that gave the birth in 2007. It didn't take me very long to figure out that I wanted to compete, and I wanted a name, and I wanted a name Without a Doubt. And why did I want that name? Because I wanted you to be assured that without a doubt, you could come into our location. And we started teasing, we'd see signs on 75, "Have you checked your brakes?" Without a doubt. "Have you checked your tires?" Without a doubt. And we just teased about the name all the time. So I started Without a Doubt. We started as a 2-bay garage. Today, in June of 2012, we moved to our new location. We are 8 bays. We are 7 a.m. to 12:30 a.m., and we have 16 diesel mechanics to service your every need. So I want you to come to Cincinnati, and let me just share with you a couple of additional things that have happened. The reason that I wanted to share with you how much I appreciate you, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have my organization. It takes women to be drivers, and I want you to know I have 122,000 square feet of warehouse space in Tri-County. There's 60 dock doors. If you come to park in Cincinnati and you're on the other side, you're welcome to park at my warehouse. And again, there's restrooms there for you, there's food for you, there's everything for you there as well. So you can come to either location and have a safe haven for you to be. And the reason I love this organization, Women in Trucking, is because the mission is to be a mentor and to help. I love helping and serving other people. And so this was just a natural. And I love Ellen, and I think that it's awesome, the organization that she started and what she has done. Today, we have Without a Doubt Warehouse and Logistics, Without a Doubt Truck Repair, ESJ Carrier, and you never know, I might be an entrepreneur and start something else. It just depends on what you want me to start. I got to start something else. But there are women that came before us, and this is what I wanted to say, and I really wanted to share with you. Here are just some of the women that have been pioneers like yourselves. Elizabeth Blackwell, 1821 she was born to 1910. She was a pioneering physician. Rosa Parks, the civil rights activist, 1913 to 2005. Eleanor Roosevelt, the First Lady, U.S. Delegate, 1884 to 1962. Mother Teresa, the missionary, 1910 to 1997. Barbara Walters, 1929. She didn't share with us when she got started on, but Barbara Walters. Sandra Day O'Connor, 1930, Supreme Court Justice. Hillary Rodham Clinton, 1947, Secretary of State, former First Lady, former U.S. Senator. Sally Ride, 1951, astronaut. Oprah Winfrey, 1954. Michelle Obama, 1964. Ellen, 6 years ago. That's a clap. Jennifer. Lisa Kelly, who's going to be here today. And each one of you that have been out there every day and have taken the career path to be a leader in this transportation industry, each one of you deserve an actual salute. So I salute each one of you and tell you thank you. Thank you for choosing this as a career. Thank you for being a mentor. Thank you for being someone that people can turn to. It is awesome what you do. And I'd like to leave you with a paragraph by Stephen Covey. It's called Be Proactive. Being proactive is more than taking initiative. It's accepting responsibility for our own behavior, past, present, and future. It's making choices based on principles and values rather than our moods. Proactive people are agents of change, Ellen, and choose not to be victims. They choose to be reactive. They choose not to blame others. They do this by developing and using 4 unique human gifts: self-awareness, consciousness, imagination, and independent will. And they take everything and they turn it inside out. We're turning inside out the industry. That's what each one of you are here today that you're actively doing. They resolve things. They create things. They are forces of change. They are the fundamental decisions of being proactive that each one of us make. Each one of you have had the courage to change. The day that my dad died, he said this to me prior to passing away. He looked at me and he said, "Sandy, fear is a motivator only for a short period of time." Second thing he said is to love people. And if you become cynical, get out of the business. Don't ever become cynical. And the third thing that he told me was that respect is earned. It's not given. And I respect each one of you. Thank you for letting me share my story, and thank you, Ellen.
Thank you. And I'm going to have Sandy stay up here. I'm going to introduce you to a couple other people. And you gave away my secret, by the way, Lisa. Rebecca Brewster. I'd like Rebecca to come up here. Rebecca is the president and COO of the American Transportation Research Institute, an independent affiliate of the American Trucking Associations. Rebecca also serves as ex officio member of the Transportation Research Board Executive Committee, and for 9 years she has been an active member of their Truck and Bus Safety Committee. This year, Rebecca was the 2013 Influential Woman in Trucking, and she will be our featured speaker next year. So, I'm bringing some powerful women up here to help salute you, all the drivers. Jennifer Jo Cobb, come on up. Jennifer's NASCAR Camping World Truck Series racer who began racing in 1991. She has numerous victories under her belt and finished in the top 10 championship standings for every season she competed in the NASCAR Weekly Racing Series at Lakeside and I-70 speedways in the Kansas City area. Jennifer continues to hone her driving skills by testing at many tracks and working in the Richard Petty driving experience where she logs over 1,000 laps a week. Thank you, Jennifer. And we've got a surprise for you, although you kind of blew it. We've got one of the most famous CDL holders, female CDL holders on television, Lisa. Come on up, Lisa. Lisa is here representing WorldTrucker.com. She's an American trucker you've probably seen on television. She's been featured on the History Channel reality series Ice Road Truckers and its spin-off series Deadliest Roads, IRT Deadliest Roads. Lisa was notable as the only female trucker featured in the series until Maya Sieber joined in season 5. Originally from Michigan, she now lives in Wasilla, Alaska. Okay, and Lisa, you have a CDL. We're going to have Lisa in the photo with you. When we take the photo, you're going to be in the picture. All right, so I've got 4 very powerful women up here to honor you. So here's what I want to do. All right, all you ladies in the red shirts, it's time. So first, what I want to do is all of those of you who have been in the industry 1 year or less, please stand. All right, we've got 1, 2. All right. 3, 4. Do you know what I want? You know what I want the rest of you to do? I want you to reach out to them and tell them that I'm here for you and be a mentor for them. So congratulations and welcome to the industry. All right, all female CDL holders, stand up. Amazing. I think there's about 200 of you. So those of you who have been driving 10 years or more, remain standing. 10 years or more, remain standing. Okay? Wow. How about 20 years or more? Still a good group. 30 years or more. Whew. 40 years or more. Come on up. Come on up. Come on up. I want you to come up. And you know what I just remembered, Stephanie? I just remembered I forgot to introduce you. I want to bring the 40 years up, and I want one other person for you to meet. Stephanie, come up here. Stephanie Klang is on America's Road Team, and she's a member of Women in Trucking. So she represents you at the national level. All right, 40 years or more. Idella, how you doing? All right, come here. I want you to say your name. Rita, come on. Say your name. How many years?
Rita Clifton, 45.
45? Come on.
Paula Dimiturco, 40.
40?
Idella Hansen, 46.
Check out her nails. "46? Wow. I wanted you all to meet them because you are some very, very, what should I say, women who need to be celebrated. So let's give them all a round of applause. All right. So here's what we're going to do. You're getting a standing ovation, by the way, you three. And if anyone wants them for photos or whatever, they'll give autographs. And all right, so now it's time for the big photo, okay? Every year we take a photo. Where's our photographer? Where's Paul Hartley? Is he ready? Is he waiting for us? Oh, it's Susan. Oh, that's right. I have to make a couple of announcements. Oh, Susan's my taskmaster. Oh, by the way, I'm supposed to tell you, the salute t-shirts are for sale for $5 if you want someone you leave. We also have... The top winner is... The top winner of what? Oh, you bid on these, and the top winner is Idella, $100, and it goes to the foundation. If anyone didn't sign it, they need to sign that. Oh, good.
This is the top one.
Oh, and somebody at the FIT booth, the FIT booth, with a blue ticket, 325003. Won a $25 gift certificate. Somebody? Look at your blue 325003.
Oh, right here.
Over there. You get to collect that over there.
And this is for the pedal.
Oh, this is for the pedal car. Ooh, here she comes with the pedal car. That is pretty cool. I have to sign it. Okay, and the winner, Carrie Ream from St. Paul, Minnesota. Where's Carrie? Is she here? No? Carrie, raise your hand. I cannot see anyone, so they have to be here to win. Is Carrie Ream here? All right, let's pull another one. Gotta make sure she's not here though, because I don't want to get in trouble. Okay, Candy Bass. Where's Candy? There she is, Candy. All right. A couple more things. For those of you who supported the foundation by getting a ticket, please make sure you check your ticket numbers. Now, it's time for the photo. So what we're gonna do is, remember last year where we just went out and it's at the end of the hall? Here's what I want you to do. Make sure your red shirt is showing. If you have a jacket on over your shirt, please take that off. We need to have the red shirts showing. So the photo is for female CDL holders only. No men. No men. I don't care if you were in the drag race. No men. Female CDL holders only. And so it's going to be our photo, which we'll have put up again next year. So right now I'm going to ask you all to head on out, and Lisa is going to be in the front. We're going to put a red shirt on you. Is that okay? We're going to have Lisa in front so that when you point out where you are, you can say, that's Lisa Kelly. All right, CDL holders, did I say everything? The what? Oh, the goodie bags. Oh, I'm sorry. You all get goodie bags from the sponsors. All right, you want to pass them that way. On your way out, grab a goodie bag from the sponsor. We'll meet you down there for the photo. Thank you all for coming, and we'll see you again next year.